Alright, what's up, Dragon Brew? Today we're going to be taking a look at some mono green ramp action. And I want to give a shout out here to my boy Swayze, because it turns out he had played a deck similar, I don't know, sometime earlier this season. And he did a thing that I wasn't doing in mind that I'm actually going to incorporate here, and that's playing Aftermath Analyst. Because this does add a bit of ramp in a way that this deck didn't have before. And it was already pretty solid in some testing, but I think this card's going to take it up a notch. So since we're going to be playing mono green, we are going to be playing this, which means we are going to be playing a bunch of the gain life, sacrifice lands from New Capenna. But along with that, we're going to be playing some Flourishing Bloomkin because, well, if we're just going to have a bunch of forests, this makes a lot of sense, right? We're also playing Archdruid's Charm because that card's just silly good. And we need some other ways to destroy artifacts and enchantments and stuff that gives us that flexibility. And we're going to play some Pulokranos Reborn for a couple of reasons. One, it's a big 4/5 for 3, but also we can get to the lifelink side of this fairly easily in this deck. Like, we can get to 6 mana, so that's totally doable. We are going to play Topiary Stomper, but only playing 3, and the other reason is Pulokranos is a little bit of a concession to the aggro decks, the mono red decks, because there's too many times we get an early Topiary Stomper and just end up not being able to block. They kill our one thing that can block, and they're just kind of feeling bad about it. So hopefully this helps us out as far as that goes. And we're going to play Blossoming Tortoise because, again, ramp, why not? Going to play a Vorinclex just because it does allow us to get some of our other stuff. It lets us find 2 lands. It can just be a good late game card on its own. Of course, because we have all that mana, we're going to play Nissa and Tyrannix Rex, which we saw in another green deck we played like a week or 2 ago. Turned out to be very good. And of course, if we're going to have the mana, we might as well try some Cityscape Leveler and Portal to Phyrexia just to keep getting our big things back and be a nuisance to the opponents. But most importantly, a card that we've been shying away from in a lot of these lists is actually Awaken the Woods. So we're going to play this for sure, give us access to a bunch of lands. And another thing to note here is Awaken the Woods actually works really well with Blossoming Tortoise because those are also lands. So they get a +1/+1, so you're making a pile of 2/2s, which is actually pretty sweet. Now, if you like what you see, you can download this list from the description below. Look for the blue arrows. It'll take you to our Moxfield link. But before you do that, why don't you stick around and see if we actually win any games with this bad boy first. Alright, I keep this. This is pretty ideal, I would think. I mean, we gain a life, we get a forest, we play Aftermath Analyst, and then probably just start playing big Bloomkins. Actually, I don't even think we play Analyst immediately. Maybe, I don't know what we're up against here is the issue. Alright. I think we just don't play anything here. It might be right to go ahead and play Analyst or play Bloomkin either. Like, playing against white, Bloomkin's probably safe, because if they're going to exile it, they're going to exile it anyway. It'd just be more of a concern against black or red, because then they could pick it off with shocks, go for the throat stuff, or not go for the throat, but the 1 mana thing. You know what I'm talking about. Like, I don't know why my brain's not working today. This is what happens when you do commentary all day, I think. What are we doing here? Yeah, alright. You know what? Let me do this. Like, we can still block the 1/1, and then if they just want to kill it, it takes their whole turn to exile it. And we're okay with that. Well, or they could just pay 3. Still their turn, though, so I'm okay with that. Like, that feels like it could have been much worse. Also, I might end up wanting to hold the Awaken the Woods here. Also, by the way, Awaken the Woods works with Flourishing Bloomkin because it counts the number of lands you control. Actually, forest, which those count as forest lands. We're obviously going to get this. But Awaken the Woods is actually really good post-sweeper. But we just kind of have to see how this plays out. We will have 6 mana next turn, so then we can ramp up 2 more, 3 more with Aftermath Analyst. So we'll see. There's a lot of opportunity for a lot of things to happen here in pretty short order. Alright, of course this is going to die. Like, I mean, I had no illusions that that card was going to survive. But, I mean, we're 27. I mean, the reason we can't really Awaken the Woods here is you're playing against a deck that's obviously a control deck. Lots of removal. Like, all we'd be running into is just probably a big Sunfall, and that would just be disastrous for us. So we don't want to do that. We did flip 2 more lands into the graveyard, so we'll get back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and get to fetch 2, so that's pretty cool. Alright, they're going to force it now with an ossification. I mean, it doesn't really matter if I wait or not, I'll just crack it. I only have one thing for them to target. Yeah, I think their hand really is like sweepers and stuff here. And I think we have 17 basic forests, so we're at 10 of them. So we still have a little ways to go. Let's go here. Wow. Okay. We're going to be getting a lot of land. We might clear all the basics out of our deck, y'all, pretty quickly here. How many cards do we have? 29. All right. We pass. I'm kind of trying to get to where they're using their sweepers, so eventually our big hitters do things. But, like, we can get more Bloomkins. There's a Depopulate. I was wondering where those were. And then we can also get, like, our big Tyrannix Rex. Like, yeah, we're not going to have any basics left after this turn. So everything is pretty much a live draw here, except for a couple of the New Capenna lands, I think. This is also why I didn't play the Bloomkin. I figured I would just wait. Oh, or we could draw that. That's a real thing. 17, like, we have 18 mana. This is kind of an absurd amount, really. So this is almost lethal by itself, but it can't be any bigger. Actually, not true. This could make it lethal next turn. All right, so here's what we're going to do, actually. I'm going to force the opponents to both need a sweeper and be able to get rid of our Nissa, which I don't think they can do both on this turn. Ah, we lost our Tyrannix Rex. Oh, well. I know they have sweepers in hand, though. Like, they've been sitting on stuff for too long. I mean, I guess they could deal with Nissa and our 17/17 and they'd still be alive. Well, that's real. And they could have a world where, like, they exile Nissa. Oh, they're playing a farewell. Huh. Alright. I think we go ahead and use this just to gain extra life. I mean, it's not going to do anything else. But that's fine. Like, we might as well take advantage of them, you know? We'll just decline because we got all of our basics already. Yeah, not a lot going on here. We're just clicking through options. The thing is, we have a bunch of live draws, speaking of, but we don't have a graveyard anymore. Actually, wait. They didn't exile the graveyard? What did they... Why did they not do that? The hell? I'm just gonna do this and not use the Awaken the Wood yet. I don't know what the hell's even happening right now. I mean, Awaken the Woods plus Nissa is obviously the combo you want, but we got to get them to expend a little bit more here, because I don't know what's happening. So you get to return 2 things? I genuinely thought the graveyard was going to get exiled. I didn't even bother looking when they cast it, because that just made the most sense to me. I mean, now they could play a land and I guess still exile Nissa? That's unfortunate. Nope. Alright, then I guess we win anyway. Are we gonna one-shot, like, with a single creature? I guess we don't have to. We can get back a Tyrannix Rex on top of it. But we would have been able to kill the opponents. Oh my gosh. We can overkill. We can overkill. This is insane. Now I'm just playing with my food. Alright, we're gonna attack for max value. A 43-43 and a 42-42. That's a good way to win. One attack step. Oh boy, we got a mulligan this one. That's not even a question. This is much better. Let's keep this. I guess I just scrap a forest. I mean, I don't really know. I mean, we'll at least get to play a 3-3 Bloomkin on turn 3, I suppose. And that's something, maybe. Okay, good news is these lands do buy a fair amount of time. So that's pretty nice. Oh, actually, you know what? I probably should have tried the Bloomkin there. I don't think they would have been able to kill it, especially if it's just a Boros whatever deck. And they didn't make a creature there, so that's kind of nice. Alright, so let's go... Yeah, let's just make a 3-3. Because I wasn't going to have the mana to turn it up at any point. I guess they have a Lightning Helix. Alright, fair enough. Not really our path to victory anyway, but if they're not casting anything, I guess they just have Helixes in hand. Which is good to know, I suppose. But at this rate, maybe I'm supposed to just use one of these Archdruid's Charms to get a land, put it into play. That gives us 5. If we top deck one is 6, and then we get both of these, and then we're just on Nissa action. Okay, well, we at least have a plan. And I don't think that deck has a good, viable way to beat this plan. I mean, assuming we're gaining all the life we want to gain and all that good stuff. I mean, we do still have to draw a land for this plan to work, but it is what it is. We need a land. As a matter of fact, we want a life gain land. Because nothing else really matters here. Well, we didn't draw a land per se. But it's kind of like we did. Alright, that works. Cool, so we're all set up now. Now we're golden. Because they've got to figure out how to punch past 4 and collects. We get to gain 4 life. War Leader's Helix, not going to be nearly enough here. Do we just Nissa? That's a real question. I think we do just Nissa here. Because, like, what's the opponent really going to do against a 6-6 and an 8-8? And then you have to deal damage to Nissa. Because otherwise, we just minus Nissa, and that's a pile, right? That's 14 plus 14 is 28. I mean, that's extra toughness. We don't... Well, not true, because we have an Archdruid's Charm, so that doesn't even matter. Yeah, we actually win a few different ways here, I think. Yeah, so now it's 8. Yeah, alright. I think we just go... Actually, we can make it even bigger and still have the mana, so yeah. Oh, no, we can't. Oh, yeah. No, because we need another untapped land. Ah, poop. Alright, well, we'll just minus. Alright. That works too. Oh boy, we're going first. And this is our hand. I'm going to keep it. I'm going to try to draw something good off the top. If not, I think we're just searching for a land and trying to play Tortoise. And then just hoping for the best. But these quick little artifact decks are tough. Almost don't want to waste this, to be honest. Oh, this is a ninja deck on top of it? Ah, bruh. Okay. Cool, you got it. Alright. Do I want a random 1-1 instead? Because we would be able to fight something. If we just do that and then Tortoise, what happens? No, I think we just pass. I think they're just going to get to do a lot of silliness here. And we're just not going to interfere with it, and we're just going to hope for the best. Glyph is unfortunate, because now we have to kind of use this. Just so that doesn't even get a chance to resolve. So that was actually a good situation for us, all things considered. So now we get to Tortoise up anyway, advance our mana a little bit. Okay, and we drew a land. That's actually not bad. Drawing a land here does not suck. Oh, and we didn't hit a land. Oh, no. That was such a big part of this plan. That hurts. That hurts my soul. Oh, my goodness. That's really bad for us. Oh, that sucks. Y'all know how important a land would have been there? Oh my gosh. And that's the one that makes a treasure. Ugh. Alright, we're just gonna have to hope they don't have a deal that makes us pay extra. But here we go. Please don't have it. Okay, they don't. Fantastic. Love to see that. Man, we've been bad on hitting lands here. Oh my goodness. Ooh. Those were not good hits from the Tortoise. But now if the opponent taps in a way we like, we do have a Nissa to try to end the game, just straight up. Though they also know we have access to a Cityscape Leveler. Yeah, take your time, opponent. Nothing wrong with thinking. I use that emote. That's actually, I think that's the only emote I really use. Except for, you know, when somebody says GG and I just give them the GG back. I literally can't remember the last time I used one of the others, like, non-ironically. What does this duder do? Enters the battlefield up to one target artifact control becomes a 4/4 as long as Unctus remains on the battlefield. Alright, that's cool, I guess. Alright, you got it? I mean, do I even want a double block here? I mean, I still have 7 for Nissa. No, we're just going to take it. I'll just risk dying. There's probably some ninja thing that's going to happen here anyway. And if they'd rather ninjutsu here, and they didn't have an answer to our Awake in the Woods, they don't have an answer to Nissa. And they weren't even willing to attack with this. So, I mean, I say that. They could have a make disappear if they leave 2 mana up. Okay, they did leave 2 up. So as much as I would like to just go for the win here. This, when you cast it... So I'd have to attack with it for it to do anything. I think I'm going to do this. Feels safer. I don't know what else they have here. Maybe I'm supposed to just Nissa there anyway. It's cheaper. It's 7. If they would have had make disappear, they would have had to sacrifice something anyway. So yeah, I guess I'm supposed to just Nissa there, actually. Because then they get rid of 2 things. Well, they still get rid of a thing, and we would have been fine, I think. However, looks like they don't have an answer here, so this isn't bad either. Opponent sacks 3 things. We could attack, gain a life, and we're not really under threat. That return to thing. Oh, they just gave up their whole board. Hell yeah. I'm in. And still the only land. Great. Now at least we don't care, because putting lands in the graveyard is, or non-lands is good with the portal. So yeah, while we were behind to start with, and the opponent did all their crazy ninja stuff, we're in a pretty good spot. But I do want to say, like, this is one of the concerns. And people, I've had a few people ask, like, would I try a ninja deck or whatever? And I'm just like, they're not really good or playable right now. This is one of the best possible scenarios that could have happened for them. And we still just did our thing, you know? Yeah, now we have multiple ways to try to win. Like, go to our graveyard. I don't even know, is there, do we even care? Tyrannix Rex, I guess. Whatever. I mean, we could Rex plus Rex, we could Nissa, we got all of it. It just doesn't even matter. Yep. And then we just minus. And that's plus 9, 10, 11, 12 across the board. Easy peasy. Yep, opponent just says nice. Yep, GG's opponent. GG's. Yeah, I don't even know why we're bothering with blossoming tortoise things. Just having their own thing? Sure. I do love that that at least still makes the little zoom zoom noise for a motorcycle. I swear I just said that like I was talking to an 8-year-old. Y'all know what I meant, though. The motorcycle sound. That's about 5 times as much as we needed to kill the opponent. Yeah, we will take it. Awesome. Okay, yeah, let's keep it. So we get to gain life, play Topiary Stomper most likely, so we could Analyst plus Bloomkin as at least a 4/4. I think the only way that plan changes is if it's mono red. And then we try to get them to kill an Analyst. I don't know. We'll see. It probably doesn't matter anyway, gaining a couple extra life. We'll see, though. And the life gain begins. The fun thing about this, too, is that people are so used to seeing these lands with the Analyst and the big, like, World Souls, Rage, whatever. So they're not even worried about Nissa showing up. They're not worried about any of the silly things we're trying to do. Oh, well, this is not cool. Damn. Alright, we kind of have to do this then. Because we need to put blockers in the way, sadly. Not what I want to do, but, you know, it is what it is. But you kind of got to force them to do something. Even if it is just spending spells to punch past your things here, or else we just aren't going to beat them. Okay, that... Oh, no! We needed an untapped forest to be able to fight that guy. Oh, no. Maybe we'll get a chance on a coming turn. We'll see. God, that's so sick. That is so sick. Alright. No attacks. Damn. Oh, the one shot we might have had to get rid of a Rot Priest. Man, if we could have drawn an untapped forest, that would have changed the whole complexion of this game. I think we're still okay with this. Like, obviously don't love it as much. But what's our play here? I think we still just have to do this. Gain a life. Kill the Rot Priest, because that's the real problem. Obviously, we take a poison. Nothing we can do about it. Alright. Even if we get an untapped land, that'd be 5. So we could do both of these, but only one to be able to block. Yep, there's a sentry. Makes sense. Alright, take our 3 poisons, so now they have lifelink. I can't do that and that. I can do this. And this, though. Alright. I mean, this is the point where they start having all the bounce spells and everything else. So we did not take advantage of the downtime we had available, that is for sure. Yeah, opponent, just exile our stuff and attack us for 6 poison. Or 5 poison, puts us to 8. And then we don't really have an out. Yeah, I'd just march here if I were them, if you have it. Because, I mean, we're tapped. And the only, like, realistic draw then is something that would destroy Annex Sentry to get us back a body. But even then, I mean, all they got to do is find 2 poison, and they play a bunch of proliferate cards. Really, only even 1 poison at that point, because we don't be able to block 3 things. I can't see how we win this one. Opponent has to have us dead here, right? Okay, they figured it out. All right, I'm going to go ahead and concede. I think they got us. All right, well, this hand kind of made the decisions for us. We're going to keep it and see what happens. Basically, we're going to lose some things here early. That's what this hand says is going to happen. They're going to Death Touch their way to a win. Or actually, Toxify their way to a win, I should say. All right, well, there's 3 Toxic. All they got to do is do that 3 times and they win. Just 3 good removal cards. That's all they need. Yep, not a surprise. Go to 7, and then if they have it, we die. Ooh, actually, wait. Maybe we don't. I mean, the problem is, we don't do anything otherwise. So yeah, we just play it. I mean, they get the card, we die anyway. If not, we're blocking, so yeah, sure. What can we do this next turn? I mean, our life total doesn't matter. Alright, so I guess this is all we do here. We pass, we search for a land, we play Nissa. Hope we don't die? I mean, because we still die to other random stuff that proliferates. Not much we can do. I don't think if there's anything else we draw here that matters. Like, we don't have anything that gets another body. I don't have any... I have all the big stuff in hand is the problem here. But yeah, I guess all I can do is just take a land. Yeah. That's tough. Wish I had a way to play 2 things this turn. That's not going to help us. I mean, we get a discount on our life, I guess, that we're going to spend on Nissa, but we're still dead. I mean, I'm going through the motions that don't matter here, because as soon as they just proliferate and make a sack a thing, we're dead.
I will protect you, Phyrexia, until the invasion begins.
Alright, let's see it. Because you haven't played anything else. So, I mean, I have to assume they have at least that. Or some removal for our 4/4. Yeah, obviously. Alright, are we dead? Somehow the answer was no. Still very suspicious here. Alright. I mean, the weird thing is, we could minus Nissa to kill a 1/1, but that's no different than really just playing another blocker here. So, sure. I'm just trying to figure out what's in their hand that they can't kill a creature, that they can't proliferate. Like, a billion things kill us, right? How are we even still alive here? Like, I mean, I'm appreciative. Don't get me wrong. I just don't know how this situation is what it is. If we minus Nissa, that's only 14 plus 8. That is 22, and they can't block. Like, do we just go for it? They haven't killed any... Oh, I can't. I can't. This is the small Nissa. Dang it. I'd have to spend my turn playing this one. I mean, I think we have to go for it. I'm just going to do this. Because, like, I don't know what they would have otherwise. So, sure. I mean, I for real don't know here, y'all. I'm just taking a shot in the dark because this is the only way I think we have it winning at all.
Harness the power of unity.
How? What? Wait a minute. All right, in the comments, y'all got to tell me what you think is in their hand. Because what, like, that start was insane. I'm like, obviously we're going to die. I'm going to make a game out of it as best I can. But, like, how? How, Sway? Seriously, I don't know at all what could be in their hand other than, it has to be stuff that costs 5+. Because it wasn't even like there was, like, Shieldred or whatever, because they could have cast all that. I mean, I don't know, maybe Ashiok or something? That's insane. That's insane. I don't even know what happened. Okay, sure. I think we're just gonna Bloomkin into Pulokranos. And then we see what happens after that. Please don't have a cut down. They don't. Fantastic. Not to say they don't have scarier things, but, you know. Ah, Dinnick. Okay, cool. Then I think we just... Actually, If I do this for 1... Nah, we're going to do this. Who am I kidding? Because now, even if they get, what's his name? Rafine here, they can't really safely attack. Well, that card still does work, doesn't it? Alright. Oh, I guess we gotta, for 1. Like, what else are we gonna do? Attack. And now this is where you find a Dinnick? Or a Rafine? To go with your Dinnick. Nope, we're not blocking, obviously. Nothing. No Reaper? No nothing like that? That's a little bit of a surprise. I'm gonna see if they just flash in a blocker here. No. Alright. You gotta have a counter by now, right? Maybe that's what this is about. Okay, that makes sense. They are at 10, though, and we are threatening a fair amount of damage, so... Sure. Even if they just... I was gonna say, even if you play Shieldred, we can punch into a Shieldred, so that's fine. We're willing to make that exchange. We ain't scared. 4, 5, 6. Not quite where we want to be. This gets us to 7. Alright. Yeah, why not? We'll attack. Sure. Now they get a lot of life if they have a Rafine here. But then if we draw land, we could also kill one of their things and attack. So, like, I don't know. There's a lot of ways it can go from here. Alright, Yawgmoth, you're legit. Sure. Alright, so we're going to go down to 8. This does not do what we want it to do. That is super unfortunate. However, if we attack, opponent kind of has to block. 5, 6, 7, 8. If we keep the 1/1, we do gain 1 here. I think I'm just attacking with Tortoise. And then hoping they don't have a counter. It's kind of how this is going to end up for the most part. I mean, if I attacked with 8, they would have had to block with something. Like, I'm fully aware. But I also feel like then if they have a removal card, we're kind of in a rough situation and we're stuck having to block with the 2/2. Alright, Dinnick, not so bad. Opponent might choose to just not attack here. Great, love it. And they don't have any blue mana open, so here we go. Kill your things. And now we get to rock and roll a bit. Alright. Go to 9. Yep, that'll do it. Love to see that. Ooh, boy. We have to mulligan that. Ah, that hurts. Alright, we're going to get rid of Archdruid's Charm. Oh, boy. That was not a strong 7 and a worse 6, I think. Yeah, we're going to be... It looks like we might just be awake in the woods for 1, which is real sad. But, I mean, you know, kind of... What are we going to do? It's just one of those things. You kind of... all right. I mean, if we were to find a land, I mean, I guess we go ahead and we could Bloomkin for 3 and then maybe Woods for 2 and then see if we can resolve Anissa. I mean, is our backup plan? Oh, what are they going to do for 1 green? Return something here? Ah, yeah, that makes sense. All right, so I think that's what we do here. I think we just play the Flourishing Bloomkin. We go ahead and play this. Not that our life total is probably going to matter much in this fight. But I think we awaken the woods for 2. We attack for 5. Actually, for 6. And then hopefully get to resolve Vanessa and win. Like, I don't know. I'm like making the strategy up as we go. All right. They didn't play an Aftermath Analyst there, which worries me a little bit. Let's see if they're playing a counter. They might. No, they are not. All right, well, 6 it is. Fair enough. Wow, they didn't play anything there that turn. Weird. Okay, things aren't looking that bad then. Unless I needed double blue for a counter of one of the weird ones, but I doubt it. Nah, they're going to spend mana here. And we have 4. Find a land that's 6, 7. So that's only 13, 14. Would not kill the opponent even if we found a land for Anissa here. So we're not going to do that. They're going to roll Swords Rage for 2, which checks out. All right. I think we're just going to Awaken for 3 then. I'd love to do that for 4 if we found a land. And then we'll try it Anissa, right? I mean, I guess, hold on. We didn't get the land anyway. I was going to say maybe there's a world where we do that, but ended up not mattering. So let's just do this for 3. And attack for 8. All right, just offsetting some of that life that they've been gaining. Other argument is, could have went ahead and Stompered for 1. Attack with the difference. Would have been close to the same and still set up Anissa next turn, so I don't know. Would have been 1 more land too in case like something wipes out the 1/1s here. They're gonna doppelgang to copy our dude, and they have a 3/3. Alright. I mean, it's not an 8/8 because you don't have 8 forest, opponent. You have 3 forests. Alright, they're gonna get back a land. And that should do it, right? Now we 7, we minus. Yep, that'll be it. Cool, got there. All right, good stuff. Okay, we're going to mulligan this. And we will keep this. Getting rid of one of those and rock and roll. Let's see what we're up against. Can we get away with just a Flourishing Bloomkin here? I'm going to gamble and say that we can. I don't know that that's true, but it is a 2/2, and if they want to take the turn off just to, like, Lightning Helix this, like, so be it. We're going to replace it with a 4/4, so whatever. They don't have anything there. Love to see that. Awesome. Fantastic. Yeah, you can flash in some dudes here and block. Nope, they didn't even want to do that. Okay, works for us. You get a free attack, opponent. Bring the pain. This is as clear and free as you're going to get. And they just used the turn to play a Knight Errant. Alright, fair. Oh, nice. Yeah. Okay, this does allow us to attack with Topiary Stomper as well here. Maybe we just do this for 2? Alright. I mean, that's 11 damages. Sounds good. Here's the funny thing, though. If we have to block with both of our 1/1s, I was going to say we wouldn't actually get to attack with our Topiary Stomper next turn. We'd have to, like, draw a forest so we'd be able to play Aftermath Analyst and use the land or whatever. Yep, that's all fine and good. Got another Knight Errant, it looks like. Yep. Fair. Wait, opponent, you're at 1. I mean, I guess you could still... Wait, they've already played a land, though, right? Then that's it. We just attack. I mean, we could get spicy, but... Yeah, we just attack. Am I missing something? Nope, that's it. Okay, cool. Oh, boy. Going first? Yeah, let's try. Let's try. Maybe we'll get lucky and draw one of our 2-mana things. Or not. That's always the other option. Oh, that's weird. For some reason, like, these always look like the wrong lands to me. Every time I see them, I think there's something they're not. But I should have known because it has a little pine tree on it. That it's a forest. My head was processing that as an island from the way they look. And I know better because I see them multiple times. People really like those lands. They are definitely popular. Okay. Do we even need to kill Pulacranos here? I don't think we do. I think that's just trying too hard for no reason. Wow, what even happened there? Did we... Okay, we got a land. That was just weird. It was just really quick. Like, I almost don't care that they have that, but I also kind of do. Hold on. Alright. We have 5, 6. We're only going to have 7 next turn, but we could play the land and fight the Pulacranos. Yeah, alright, I guess I'll block it. Oh, well, that's not bad. I mean, that can do a whole lot of blocking. And then we attack. This is when it becomes blocked, right? Yeah, not when it blocks. Alright. In the turn. I mean, they might spend their mana to pump a Pulacranos here, and then we'll fight it with that ability on the stack, I think. They did double check it, so they're at least thinking about it. But it does only become a 6/6, and we do have a 7/7. Also, a weird world where, like, we could fight a thing, they could fight a thing, you know, we can respond. 4, 5, 6. And this guy needs 8? 7. Alright, let's see if we can get a fight spell through here. Alright, we can. Wasn't sure we were going to be able to, but I ain't mad about it. Well, now that we know what we know, sure. Let's attack. And if they try to save something, we can always just fire off this Archdruid's Charm. So it's fine. Opponent is not interested in... Okay, they're going to block 7. Oh, okay then. Let's try this. Wait a minute. Yeah, because we wouldn't kill both otherwise. This works. Let's do this and kill one. So we get more damage through. Yep, and then we'll go ahead and play another one of these. Alright, I think we got this. That gains some life. Yeah, we're obviously going to block. Yep, an opponent gives up. Okay, y'all. I don't know if it's going to make the video, and if you see the game, you'll hear me say this in the game, but I did play a really long game against an opponent who was comboing with a bunch of like Novelist and whatever, and the deck's actually pretty sweet. So if it doesn't make this video, I might put it up as a separate thing, or maybe just bonus footage. If you're a member, you'll get to see it. But it was a really cool deck. So, you know, if you follow me, if you're a member here on YouTube, then you'll get a chance to see that. But yeah, this is actually pretty cool. I think it has a little bit of a weakness against some of the toxic decks. I think that's a little bit tough. But otherwise, we'll see what's up. I did... In full disclosure, I actually conceded a lot of games, so I'm sorry if you ran into me, but I was trying to find some mono-red matchups, and y'all, I must have conceded. I played all the ones you saw, but I also conceded like another pile that literally there was just like no mono-red decks today. I don't know if they've been beaten out or if everybody's on the Boros tokens now or whatever the deal is, but I literally cannot find a mono-red opponent. So I tried. I wanted y'all to at least be able to see what happens when you play against mono-red, but that ended up not being a thing, so it's what it is. Now, all of that aside, I do want to say, Tyranix Rex, while it's cool, and I do like it in the control matchups, I think we have a lot of good cards against control already, right? I think we've got the Nissas, we have Cityscape Levelers to get rid of things, we have Portal to Phyrexia to get our stuff back out of the yard and we use it. You know, we've got Vorinclex, which is a big body, so a bunch of stuff the opponent already has to deal with. And I think in that note, I want to get rid of these and just play Titan. I think 2 Titans are probably better there. I think there's an argument to be made for Titania's command as well. It's kind of neat, but it is sorcery speed. I do like Titans here, though, because it works in a lot of situations. It gets rid of problematic cards. It can help some of those toxic matchups out as well, getting you 2 bodies to block with, being able to destroy an artifact or an enchantment. And obviously, it's good against aggro decks, being able to put big stuff in the way and gain some life. So those are the only major changes I would make. I would like to have some amount of creature lands, but the deck kind of also really wants you to have those Capenna lands as well to be able to use with the Aftermath Analyst and the Tortoise and all that good stuff. So it's a little tough. I think if you could cut 1 or 2 lands and you were to make room for some type of creature lands, I think that's reasonable, but I don't think necessary. Overall, though, this deck was actually really fun. Maybe at the 3-drop slot, I would have liked to have had like 1 additional thing. I don't know what it would even be. Maybe just another Topiary Stomper. So if you want to go to 61, I guess that's viable. But yeah, this was a fun pile. I mean, you want to ramp up to some things. We're playing some of the best things you can ramp into. So the list we're going to post is 4 Aftermath Analysts, 4 Flourishing Bloomkin, 3 Archdruid's Charm, 2 Polakranos Reborn, 3 Topiary Stomper, 4 Blossoming Tortoise, 1 Vorinclex, 4 Nissa Ascended Animus, 2 Titan of Industry, 2 Cityscape Leveler, 2 Portal Phyrexia, 3 Awaken the Woods, 1 Beseiju, 17 Forests, and 4 each of Broker's Hideout and Cabaret Courtyard. And if y'all want something a bit faster that's just low to the ground and consistent, we did play a really good Gruul deck recently that you may want to check out because it actually did well in a Magic Online event and turned out to be good in Best of 1. But that's all I have for you for now. We'll see you next time.